Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Welcome back to another card. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that I added new stickers in my Planning with the Elf Facebook group, and I've lowered the prices on all of them. So sticker sheets are now $5, they were $5.50. Monthly kits are now $10, they were $13, and then weekly kits are $19, and they used to be $21. When you purchase a full kit. So you can find a link to that in the description box down below. If you're new to planning or whatever, make sure you check it out. And then I've also added some more cards for sale, so check out the Cards for Sale album, again, link down below. And I am accepting PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and Apple Pay. So let's get to today's video. So I am making a really simple card today using the Whimsy Stamps March Paper Door Kit. So here I have mounted the bunny and the two ladybugs on my Stamparatus, and I'm going to be stamping them with Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to be coloring them with my alcohol markers. I'll be using a mix of Copics and Stampin' Up! Blendabilities. Blendabilities? Yes. No? I don't remember. My memory is so bad. So I apologize that this video is going up late, but I've been dealing with electricians the past couple of days. And I apologize also if you hear mowing in the background, but 'tis season. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through coloring this, even though it was super simple. And if you watched Wednesday's video, I am using the exact same technique. So I'm going to start with a light Poppy Parade marker, and I'm going to color the ladybugs. Now, one thing about this coloring is it's quick and simple. And if you aren't someone who has alcohol markers, like, you know, the Stampin' Up! Ones or Spectrum Roar or Copics, you could also use a Sharpie. I mean, a lot of us have red Sharpies around, and that would be okay. So you don't have to invest a lot of money in markers to get colors you want. In fact, you could even use Crayola markers to color the image like I'm going to. So I'm going to go ahead and use that marker again to darken up the bottom, because where the light hits it, it would hit it on top of the little ladybugs. And I couldn't find my dark Poppy Parade marker to save my life. And I also couldn't find my light Smoky Slate marker to save my life. So yeah. I'm going to bring in the dark Smoky Slate marker here to color in the nose, and I'm going to leave just a little bit as a highlight. I meant to do that on Wednesday, and I didn't do it, so I went ahead and did it here. So my thoughts on this kit are, it's absolutely worth it. You just get so much product. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that it doesn't come with colored cardstock, but at the same time, I would rather have the extra stamp set and the extra dies than the extra cardstock, because I have cardstock all over the place. So yeah, so I am taking my E00 marker to add just a little bit of shading. For those of you who may be new, if you have an image that you want to look white, then if you add a little bit of shading, it gives it more life, and it'll actually end up looking a bit more white. I don't have any of the grays from Copics, and my Smoky Slate markers are a bit too dark. So I like using this E00, which comes in, I believe it's the Skin Tone Copic set, which will be linked down below. The R20 also comes in that set as well. But I noticed today that R20 is basically the same color as Flirty Flamingo, maybe just a little bit softer. So if you have Flirty Flamingo from Stampin' Up!, that'll work too. So I'm adding just a little bit of blush to his cheeks, but you'll see in the last image that it's not there, and that's because being the person that I am, I screwed this image up and I had to restamp it. So when I stamped it again, I decided just to leave the blush off. But once I go over it, with the R20, I'm going to go over all of that E00 that I put in with my blender pen, and then I'm going to go back in and color over just where I want the R20 to be darker. So like the bottom of his ears, and then the bottom of his feet, or her feet. There's one that has a bow, but I mean, this could be either or. I'm making a really simple card. I'm not even going to add a sentiment because I want this to be one of those cards that could be for spring. It could be, you know, hello, how you doing? You could use it for a birthday card. It could be, you know, a get well soon card, thinking of you card. I like doing cards like these and having cards like this around in my stash. That way, you know, if some occasion comes up, I can just grab a card. It could be a thank you card, you know, and just write a note on the inside. So, and the layout is one of my favorites. And again, quick and simple. Yeah, so here I'm just going over, like I said, the brown I colored with my blender pen. And then this image is done. Like I said, quick and simple. And again, if you don't have Copics or Spectrum Noir or, you know, Altenew, I know a lot of the Stampin' Up! Ones, like I said, you could use Sharpies, or you could even use like Crayola markers, because this Memento Tuxedo Black ink should be okay with that. If not, you can always use a water-based ink. So a water-safe ink is what I'm trying to say. So like StazOn or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add my dies to these images using washi tape. And what I do is I like to run the washi tape on the back of my hand to remove some of the sticky. That way, if it happens to get a little bit on my image, it's less of a chance that it's going to peel up the paper underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out all 3 of these images, and then we're going to get started on our card base. I run these through my Gemini, which I absolutely love. I hope to get the Gemini Junior at some point. So after doing that, I have a Poppy Parade card base, 4 1/4 by 11. I've scored it at 5 1/2. I have an inside card layer that's 4 by 5 1/4. This is my favorite card base for cards. I absolutely love it. And then I've cut down this piece of green pattern paper that came in the kit to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have a white layer that measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, which is another thing that I love to do. I love to add an 1/8 of an inch layer between the two. And I really wanted something to help this green pop. Also, you can see there, I thought I was going to use a white circle, but I ended up not going with the white circle just because, well, you'll see. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm getting ahead of myself. I only sped this up 200% rather than 400%. So things are still in a little slow motion. Plus, I've had a large Diet Dr. Pepper from Sonic and a Trenta iced coffee from Starbucks. And it's only 10:30 in the morning. So I'm a little hyped up on caffeine. I apologize. So I'm going to bring in some of the mini striped Poppy Parade ribbon. I'm going to add that to my card layer using washi tape. I'm sorry that it's off frame here, but it's the same thing that I do all the time. I like doing that. It's just quick and simple. If you don't have washi tape, you can absolutely use Scotch tape. You could use scored tape, tearing tape, whatever you want to do. And then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive on top of the washi tape. That way I can get this card layer to stick everywhere. So here I am just adhering that, like I said. I'm taking a second to make sure I get it correct because that scrapbook.com tape is no joke. It's no joke. So here I am seeing if I like the white, and then I realize that the bunny is still too white, but you can see here just how white he looks on white, but he also looks like he has some dimension. So what I decided to do is I'm going to run this piece of Poppy Parade through my Gemini, like I said, with the same circle that I used to cut out the other one. And I am using the largest stitch shape circle from the stitch shape framelits from Stampin' Up. But almost all stamp companies that make dies have stitch circles. Simon, Lawn Fawn, MFT, so you can find them pretty much anywhere. So I'm going to use glue dots to adhere my little ladybugs, and I'm going to adhere the ladybugs to his feet. I just thought this was so stinking cute. And I wish I had, so on my list are a grass die and clouds. So the next time I get an allowance and I can spend buy something crafty, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and add dimensionals to the back of this circle and then the back of the bunny, and I'm gonna get this adhered to the card. So like I said, this is quick, simple, beginner friendly. If you're new to stamping, this is something that you do really, really easily. So don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know how you like this card. Give this video a thumbs up and share it if you would. That helps me grow our channel. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. And last but not least, make sure you check out Planning with the Elf Facebook group and get some cards. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you Monday. Bye for now.